In this video we are going to talk about, in these days many WWE fans are crucially talking about a story, that is Vince McMahon sold out WWE and whom brought out the WWE, and what are the new rules and regulations being included in future, what's happening to WWE matches. We will talk all the facts about in this video, so gladly welcome to you to watch this video till to end. If you haven't subscribed yet, please subscribe to my channel and click the bell icon. So let's go to the video. Since many years ago, Vince McMahon had an idea in his mind to sell WWE. He has been talking with Saudi Arabia on various occasions for this. But although that is mentioned as a rumors in social media, but now it has actually happened. But Vince McMahon's effort failed with Saudi Arabia, so he sold with UFC. But it is correct to say that he did not sell. He merged two big companies together, because it is reported that 51% is owned by Endeavor, which was the parent company of the UFC, and 49% by WWE shareholders. This has been officially confirmed to the media by Vince McMahon and UFC after the end of the WrestleMania 39, and UFC has bought WWE for $9.3 billion. The remarkable thing was, 15 years ago WWE was in a good position and rich company. At that time, UFC has been planned to sold to WWE for $20 million. When Shane McMahon was planning to buy UFC for $20 million, then Vince McMahon intervened and said that there is no such a big company to buy the UFC with that much money. But after that, UFC was developed so much now it has been able to buy the WWE itself. At that time, if Vince McMahon allowed to buy Shane McMahon, the UFC would have been in the WWE organization today. But now it has happened backwards. What is the reason for selling WWE? Here let's see. From the beginning, Vince McMahon had an idea to sell WWE. So when he was there, he decided to sell to UFC. Because we know that in the last few years, WWE were unable to pay salary to their wrestlers properly because of the coronavirus. As a result, some wrestlers had to be removed from WWE. Therefore, Vince McMahon has decided to join his company with UFC, with the idea that if we work together with another good and rich company, we will get more money and more profit than we work alone. UFC is currently owned by Endeavor. Endeavor Agency is large talent agency that represents artist, film, television, music, theatre, digital media and publishing, and owns the NFL, NHL, UFC and now the WWE. One of the matter that everyone is talking about, what will happen to WWE after sold out? What will happen to the wrestlers in the future? What will happen to the matches and whether they will be held? But nothing like that happens. Another surprising thing is here that Vince McMahon further told the media, from now on both UFC and WWE companies will work together. So any wrestlers from WWE can go to UFC and UFC wrestler can also come to WWE anytime. It is reported in future that UFC wrestlers like Brock Lesnar will get a good place because WWE and UFC have joined together. Also, it is reported that there is a possibility that the WWE matches can play hard and real fight like UFC. The other way possible to happen is scripted fights like WWE and UFC. Many people have expressed the opinion that many changes will take in WWE in the future because these two companies have been joined together. The best example, in the last Raw episode after WrestleMania 39, Brock Lesnar brutally attacked to Cody Rhodes. Brock Lesnar was cutting a promo where he showed off his middle finger with his both hands as he finally went after the beatdown. But in the past, when WWE was on TV 14, they were doing such a lot of obscene broadcast and sexual content. Later, after WWE switched to TV PG, when they had such obscene things, they started blurring it or not showing. But last week we got to watch Brock Lesnar show his middle finger perfectly filmed and broadcast without any of that. Because of this, we hope that there will be many changes in WWE in the future. Last week a picture was spreaded that the UFC champion Conor McGregor holding the WWE championship title and UFC championship title has been published in the media to prove this. Due to this, it is reported that the future UFC wrestlers can come to WWE and compete for the WWE title. And furthermore, Roman Reigns can play in the UFC. Another special thing is that is reported in future every WWE match or several matches can hold a brutally dangerous and realistically a very impulsive fighting method like UFC. Many people have expressed their opinion that even though the previous dangerous matches of WWE such as TLC and First Blood matches were done according to the script like as a real fight, but from now such dangerous matches will be conducted as a real high level matches. No matter what happened to WWE matches, there will be no changes to the position of the authorities in WWE. As usually, Vince McMahon will remaining in the position of the chairman, Triple H in as the content creator, and the managers of the respective brands of WWE will remain in the same as before. Now we have to wait and see what changes WWE and UFC will make together. When we look at the last few years, WWE were holding events in Saudi Arabia at least twice a year. The reason for this, WWE made a deal with the government of Saudi Arabia in the last 10 years. In the agreement, it was promised that events should be held in Saudi Arabia at least twice or thrice a year, and if it is suddenly decided to sell WWE, the opinion should be obtained from them first, and it can be sold only if they like to it. But if Saudi Arabia had been bought by WWE, it's impossible to imagine how they would have held matches. But one of the good thing is WWE merging with UFC, the fans can able to see real and dangerous fights like in UFC. We can able to hope that happen very warm actions in the WWE like UFC in the same way or different way in the future. Another thing is the match between Cody Rhodes and Roman Reigns at WrestleMania. WWE had planned to another victory to Roman Reigns. Currently Roman Reigns is holding undefeated title record from the last 3 years. But now we cannot to be said what will happen in the future. Now WWE's upcoming event is WrestleMania Backlash, so in the event it's impossible to say whether Roman's opponent will be a WWE or UFC wrestler. On the other hand, after Brock Lesnar attacked Cody Rhodes in the last Raw episode, it has not yet been confirmed whether the Cody Rhodes storyline is with Brock Lesnar or Roman Reigns. In that episode, WWE suddenly introduced Brock Lesnar's destination between Roman and Cody Rhodes. It's not possible to tell whether the reason why Brock Lesnar is suddenly called between them. One is maybe to give Roman Reigns to short break or another thing is maybe to introduce a new opponent to Roman Reigns. Therefore, let's see what will be happen future plans of WWE who started their journey together with UFC. So friends, comment your thoughts on WWE team up with UFC. So we will see in another good video. Have a nice day.